Already you have watched regarding the probability questions. Now I'm starting the next pattern, probability questions only. From a well shuffled pack of cards, a card is drawn at random. Find the probability of getting a black queen. It is based on the card question only. So already we have seen the distribution of the cards, the color and all we have seen. Now the question is asked that what is the probability of getting a black queen? So queen is how many are there? Queen, if you consider q only, so q means four are there, but if we need only black color, black color two sets are there, so two queens are there. So what are the questions for that one? We are need two queens only. So we need 2. So this 2 are the favoring to us. So 2 by 52 we will get. So the final answer after the simplification it is 1 by 26. Right? So the next question. The probability that it will rain tomorrow is 0.85. What is the probability that it will not rain? So here it is given that it will rain, that is equal to 0.85. So it is again some of the probability only. Some of the probability we have to use here. So it is equal to 1. Then it will not rain means it's a complementary event for rain tomorrow. So probability that it will not rain tomorrow equal to 1 minus probability that it will rain tomorrow. That means 1 minus 0.85, which is equal to 0.15. What is the next question? If the probability of winning a game is 0.3, what is the probability of losing it? So again, the based on the similar pattern only, 0.3 is the winning game. So naturally 1 minus 0.3 equal to 0.7. So steps we have written, that is only the change. Probability of winning a game equal to 0.3. Probability of losing the game 1 minus 0.3, it is equal to 0.7. Right? Like that we can move to the next question. It is one of the important question only. Two coins are tossed simultaneously. Find the probability of getting exactly one head. So two coins are tossed. What is the point here? Two coins are tossed means we will list out what is the possible outcomes. You can see in the PDF. That means here you can see that what are the possible outcomes. Two coins are tossed, two coins at the same time, they can show that HH only. That means both are showing head, and one can show head, other can show tail. So the first we will list out all the four outcomes, which are they? HH, HT, TH, TT. So all the four outcomes we have listed out, right? So the total number of possible outcome equal to 4. So here I have written HH, meaning is that both the coins are showing head at the same time. What is HT? First coin is showing head and the second coin is showing tail. TH, first coin is showing T and the second coin is showing head. What is the last option? Both the coins are showing tail only. So total number of possible outcome equal to 4. And what is the next one? Favorable outcome, that is HT and TH, because the exactly one head is asked, right? Exactly one head means which is the part HT and TH only. So two are favoring to our question. So probability of getting exactly one head means it is equal to 2 by 4, which is equal to 1 by 2, right? Now write the name of the experiment whose outcomes has to be among the set of events that are completely known but whose exact outcome is unknown. Now, what is the meaning of this question? Answer is already given that it is a random experiment. Meaning of the this question means that before conducting the experiment, we know that these outcomes are going to happen, either head or tail in the case of tossing a coin. Once again, without tossing the coin, anybody can tell that you are going to get head or tail, right? So that is why this is called as a random experiment, because before the experiment we know that what is going to get, but we are not sure what will come. That is, head can come or tail can come, right? So that type of experiment are called a random experiment. Another example, you know that throwing a die also. Before throwing the die, we know that six outcomes are favoring. What are there? One, two, three, four, five, six. But this six outcomes, which is going to happen, we cannot say. This type of the experiments are called random experiment. Why this type of the questions are given here means this year onwards MCQ pattern are introduced for term 1. So that this type of the questions can be asked in your coming term 1 papers. So next question. A man is known to speak truth 5 out of 7 times. That means what is the probability of speaking truth here? 5 by 7 only, right? 5 out of 7, right? 5 by 7 is the probability of speaking truth. Now the question is that he throws a die, a number other than 6 come up. What is the result he got? Other than 6 only coming. Die only means 1 to 5 he got. But what is the probability that he reports it is a 6? Even though it got a number other than 6 only, right? But he is going to tell that it is a 6. That means he is going to tell lie only there. So truth, what is the probability we have seen? 5 by 7, isn't it? So what is the probability of speaking a lie or not telling the truth? What is that one? 5 by 7 means the remaining one is 2 by 7 only. So how we can write the steps? Let me see. Probability of man will speak the truth. It is equal to 5 by 7, right? Probability of man will not speak the truth means 1 minus 5 by 7 equal to 2 by 7. Right. So the question is asked that what is the probability that he tells it is not a 6? It is a 6. That means he is telling a lie only. So what is the answer? The 2 by 7. So probability of man not speaking the truth, it is equal to 2 by 7. Okay. The next question. A ticket is drawn at random from a bag containing tickets numbered from 1 to 40. Means the bag is having so many tickets which are numbered from 1 to 40. So the what is the total number of tickets are there? 40 tickets are there. Find the probability that selected ticket has a number which is a multiple of 5. So 1 to 40, which are the multiple of 5, we have to see, right? So total number of tickets we have written here 40. Now, what is the multiple of 5 among the 1 to 40 numbers? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now we got the numbers. Now what is the next step? We should count how many are there. How many are there? If you count, you can see that 8 numbers are there. So probability of getting a number which is a multiple of 5 means 8 are favoring out of 40. So how we'll write the probability? 8 by 40. Once the probability written, we should simplify. So after the simplification, what is the answer? It is equal to 1 by 5. Next question. A pair of dice is thrown once. A pair of dice means how many dice are there? Two dice are there, right? So two dice are thrown there. Find the probability of getting the same number on each dice. What is the probability of getting each same number on the dice? Now this question, I just want to say that same number means what is the meaning of the same number? The first die also showing the same one and the second die also showing the same one only. So if first die is showing number 1, then the second die is also showing 1 only. So here you can see 1 and 1. In the same way, what is the next one? The first die is showing 2 means the second die is also showing 2, right? Now what is the next? The first die is showing 3, then the next is also 3. Like that, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Now we got the list of favoring to our question. Now how many are there? 6 are favoring out of 36. Last class we have listed out a many number of terms. That is see 36 outcomes we have listed when a pair of die is thrown. So that we have used. So out of 36, how many are favoring? 6 are favoring. So 6 by 36, which is equal to 1 by 6 only. Now this question can be asked in the paper in a different way. How the question can be? Find the probability of getting, instead of same number, it will be doublet. The word is doublet. So find the probability of getting a doublet while throwing a pair of dice. The question can be asked in a different way. Listen all of you. The question can be asked in a different way. If they are asking like this, getting a same number on each dice means it will be an easy question. So getting the meaning of in a different way, they can be asked in this way, that what is the probability of getting a doublet while throwing a pair of dice. I think the point is clear. The same question only, the question is asking in a different way. So usually this question also we have seen in the question paper. So this is also called as getting a doublet only while throwing a pair of dice. So 6 are favoring. What is the answer? 6 by 36, right? So this is also one of the important question. A card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of playing cards. Find the probability of drawing a face card, a card which is neither a king nor a red card. Understood this one? Neither a king nor a red card. So first you should follow the questions. What is the question? What is the probability of getting a face card? Face card means which are the face card? J, Q, K, right? J, Q, K are the face cards. So four types of are there. Which are the four types? Diamond, heart, spade, and club. So total how many are the 3 into 4? The total cards are 52, sorry, 12 out of 52. So how we'll write the probability? 12 by 52, that means 3 by 13. Understood this one? Face card question normally asked in the paper also. So 12 face cards are there. Out of 52, 12 are favoring. So 12 by 52, it is equal to 3 by 13. Now the question is that number of cards which are neither king nor red. Neither king nor red. Now you tell me how many see how many black cards are there? 26 cards are there, right? How many 26 cards are there? And whereas which are the red card? Red card also 26 are there, right? Now which are not red card? Not red card means what is the possibility of that one? That is a black card we should take. So it is equal to 26 are coming. But what happens? There also king is coming. It should not be king also. But in that king, two are favoring the two. Which one? Our question, four are favoring, two are came in the red section also. So another two are remaining. So what are the remaining cards? Remaining cards are out of 26, so two kings are also gone. So 24 is remaining. 24 by 52, it is equal to 6 by 13. Neither and nor. This type of the question also you can see in the paper. So what is king and what is the red card? That you should realize. What is the red card? 26 red card are there. In that 26 red card, how many kings are there? Two kings already gone there. Now remaining two kings are where there in black card. So 26 plus 2, 28 gone there. So what are the remaining number of cards? 24. So 24 by 52, that is equal to 6 by 13. Okay. Another important question. Find the probability of getting 53 days in a leap year. Leap year means how many days are the 360 days? 6 days. 366 days. If we go for week wise means 7 days will consist of 1 week only. So it can be written as 52 weeks and 2 days. 52 weeks and 2 days. 52 weeks means what is the meaning? It is already having 52 Fridays because the question is asked for Friday. So 52 Fridays are there. Now 53 Fridays means already the two are left, 52 Fridays over. Now the second set, that is remaining 2 days, can be Friday also. What are the possible arrangement for that 2 days? If the 2 days can be, if it is Sunday, the next day definitely Monday only. So it can be Sunday, Monday. Next, if it is first day is Monday, means the second day can be Tuesday. Then like this, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, and Saturday, Sunday. So how many are there? If you count this one, along with the 52 Fridays, the 53 week means only 2 days. The 2 days can be arranged like this only. Now the question is that where Fridays are coming. So 7 possible ways we will arrange. In that, Fridays are coming in 2 cases. Which are they? Thursday, Friday, and Friday, Saturday. Which is that one? Thursday, Friday, and Friday, Saturday. So out of 7 ways, 2 are favoring to our event. So our answer is 2 by 7. This is also very important question only. Many question paper you can see this one. So once again, 53 Fridays means 52 weeks and 2 days we can see in a leap year. So the 2 days we can arrange in a different way. How many ways we can arrange? 7 ways. Out of 7 ways, if you check for the Friday question, it is favoring to that one only 2. So that 2 are favoring here. So 2 by 7 is the answer for the this type of probability. Now this is just based on our theory part only, because MCQ pattern is introduced. It can be asked fill in the blanks also. So probability of a sure event is, what is the probability of a sure event? That means it is all possible outcomes are favoring to the event. All possible outcomes are favoring to the event. That means probability of a sure event equal to 1. Now, probability of an impossible event. It is also an easy question only. We already explained in the theory part, probability of an impossible event is equal to 0. Now, what is the probability of an event other than sure and impossible event lies between? Because between is asked. What is the probability of an event lies between? They clearly told that we should not go for sure or impossible event. So the remaining cases we already know that it lies between 0 and 1 only. It lies between 0 and 1. Right? So the probability of an event lies between 0 and 1. I just want to tell you that when it crosses 1, when probability of an event crosses 1, you can definitely think that your answer is wrong. And similarly, when the probability of any event, if you are getting as a negative also, then also you can say that it is wrong. So you can always cross check that your probability answer is either it is equal to 0 or equal to 1 or lies between 0 and 1. This particular question, it is asked that where it lies between. So that is why we are writing 0 and 1. Now what is the next question? A die is rolled once. The probability of getting a prime number is. A die is rolled once. The probability of getting a prime number is. So we already know that a die is rolled once means what are the possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which are the prime numbers there? 2, then 3, then 5. So out of 6, 3 are favoring. So what is the answer for this question? 3 by 6 equal to 1 by 2. So we completed all the filling the blanks. Now what is the first question? Probability of a sure event is equal to 1. Probability of an impossible event equal to 0. The probability of any event lies between 0 and 1. A die is rolled once. What is the probability of getting a prime number? So it is equal to 3 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So here we got 1 by 2 only. Now, the next question. Archana calculates that probability of winning the first prize in the lottery is 0.04. So this type, it is a pattern is changed here. What is given in the question? Probability of winning. is given, that is equal to 0.04. Till now we have seen that only favorable outcome or total number of outcomes only. Now here what happened? Probability directly given. So probability of her winning the first prize in a lottery equal to 0.04. Now the second sentence, if 12,000 tickets were sold, already sold by how many tickets? 12,000 tickets were sold. How many tickets has she bought? So we don't know how many she bought, but we know what are the total number of tickets what we solved that no, and what is the probability of winning the prize also we know, right? We know that what is the total number of tickets, and we know that already what is the winning probability. So here we have written that whatever the numbers she brought, the tickets we don't know, right? So we are assuming that X be the number of tickets she bought. So number of tickets bought by Archana equal to X, probability of winning the first prize. How we'll write a favorable outcome divided by total number of tickets. What is the favorable outcome? That is the number of the tickets she bought. But that we don't know. So we are assumed that it is X. So it is equal to X by 12,000. Now we have written in the form of a probability formula X by 12,000. It is equal to, because the value is already given, X by 12,000 equal to 0.04, right? Now we can calculate for X value, the X equal to cross multiplication. After solving, what is the answer you are getting there? It is equal to 480, right? So once again, this is also pattern changed here. I'll explain this question. Archana calculate that probability of her winning the first prize in a lottery is 0.04. What is the meaning of that one? Probability of winning that lottery is given. That is 0.04. What is the how many tickets already sold? Told 12,000 is already sold. Now, how many tickets she bought, that we don't know. So that is our favorable outcome. So it is equal to X only. So X by 12,000 equal to 0.04. After the solving this one, we can say that X is equal to 480. Okay. Now today's class, whatever is the required questions I have solved. Now we can go for the doubt. Any doubt is there, we can solve now.